Welcome back to another segment of Impact on Life. I'm your host, Greg Aidala, and Happy New Year, folks. Happy 2012. I hope you had a great Christmas season and Hanukkah and Kwanzaa and everything, and we're getting ready back into 2012. So here we go. My first interview for the year is a friend of mine. Please welcome filmmaker Mike Camoin. Mike, how's it going? Thanks so much for stopping by and being part of the show. Awesome, thank you.
Happy to be here.
So listen, let the folks get to know you a little bit about yourself and about your company and the movie that you have going on, which is about the city of Albany and involves the Capital District, called Grazing Miss Albany.
That's right. Grazing Miss Albany is a family feud over faith and food. It takes place right in the Miss Albany Diner, one of the historic landmarks of the capital city. And,
I love the Miss Albany Diner.
I do too. I love their French fries, their French toast.
And they filmed part of Ironweed there with Jack Nicholson.
That's right.
Back in the 80s. Yeah, that was awesome.
So we'd like to bring another movie back to that historic landmark.
Sure.
And in fact, we've already shot a scene, scene 136. We shot it December 3rd. And which made for a great ending to this year, particularly for potential investors and corporations that want to be a part of it.
Nice.
Because Federal Tax Code 181 offers a 100% write-off now that we've begun principal photography. And for anyone out there, you know, at this time of year they might be looking for a write-off and also do something good for their community by help supporting independent film and launch some careers and really put a face on the capital region like only a movie can. Right. And you know, and movies really have a way of having a long life, and they reach a wide audience all around the world. Well,
true. That's very true. And you know, you've invited me over the past couple of years to be part of some of those scenes and be involved in the fundraise and everything like that for the movie, which I back, which is a lot of fun.
You did a great job as a unicyclist.
Oh, I did unicycle
last. Show a scene of that.
Yeah, in December of last year when I unicycled in that scene. Yeah, it was fun.
How did you do that? So many takes.
How did
I?
I?
You were out there for a couple hours, and everybody else was freezing, but you were take after take.
I'm ready to get. Well, I think I was the only one with the proper winter attire on. I was. I mean, it got chilly down by the river that day. But getting back to your movie, which I think is unique in the angle of how to bring Albany and the Capital District really out and put like a thumbtack on the map of movies. And you associate a lot of it with the Mystic Pizza, how they did that in Mystic, Connecticut, and still Mystic, Connecticut is thriving from that movie.
You're exactly right, Greg. In fact, while my company, Room 03 Films, was at the RPI incubator from 2002 to 2005, we looked at that particular movie as a model for what could be possible for the Albany area. And you know, I asked them, what's been the impact of that?
Hey, what's the impact? There you go. Nice call. All right.
Right here.
Right here, yeah. What's
been the impact? And they said, well, if you like to have a 2-hour commercial play all around the world for free for the last 18 years, this was a couple of years ago. Yeah. It's been worth millions of dollars to the community. Sure. And the movie still plays. That's 22 years ago. It still plays on television.
I know, it does.
So every summer they have a line outside that restaurant that goes all around the block just for a slice of pizza, because it's a slice of heaven. So we want to bring a slice of heaven to downtown Albany, which really needs it.
Absolutely. I say, you know, more, and I think there's a good revitalization going on within the city of Albany and the Capital District. And I say that with a lot of not a political help. There's a lot of independent people and artists and business people that we, amongst ourselves, are taking it back and doing it and going forward with that. And I hope that more get on board. You know, to perpetuate that.
You know, we asked some of our investors why they got involved with the picture, and one of them mentioned, if I could mention, Chet Opalka, Chet and Karen Opalka.
Oh, sure, people know that.
Are tremendous supporters of the arts, and Chet said, you know, first he does it as an emotional investment. He wants to see the company do well, but he also thinks that Albany, like others, hasn't reached its potential yet. Right. And this is a way for Albany to reach its potential, both as a center of politics, center of arts and culture, and innovation. Obviously, we've got a lot going on in the nanotech world, Tech Valley. Sure. So you bring those all together, and you've got quite a, you know, an international center of activity.
It's a melting pot of sort.
Absolutely.
You know, you really do. You've got a great area where there's meeting of minds, and good things can definitely come out of it.
Absolutely. And if you look at any other spot like Seattle or what's going on in Silicon Valley in California, the movies are always a part of it. The arts are always a part of it.
Absolutely. And 3 cities that I've traveled in my 10-year entertainment career that performed in, and they are so civic oriented. 3 I'll name right now: Nashville, Chicago, and Seattle. They're very, very supportive of the local scenes. They're very, very,
oh yeah.
you know, they give a lot of voice.
Came out of
Second City, Chicago. Sure.
Yeah,
oh, they're great out
what
there.
What you're doing fits along those lines.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And there is a lot of vocal support where I feel in the Capital District, you know, my comparison is, you know, there's a lot of people, it's like the archer with the bow pulled back and has yet to release it. They're afraid of a sense. And I think that hopefully in 2012 and beyond, that everyone can reinvest and really good things can come out of it and really model themselves after cities like Nashville, Chicago, and Seattle to really, you know, go forward into the future and keep young minds here.
Well, you know, it's interesting that you talk about the city and the importance of keeping young minds here, and some of the things that we've been up against is part of that, you know, negativity, just this isn't possible for us.
Right.
And I think people are perplexed as to why I haven't given up on this film. It has taken, you know, a while. It's like, oh, is he still doing that? I mean, I hear what's going on.
Sure.
But I haven't stopped.
Right.
And we're getting it done. We've already shot a scene, and we've got other people coming forward who want to put themselves or their company into this movie. And it's, again, you don't want to be on the outside of something that's already, once the train's already moving.
Right.
People really want to be a part of it before it leaves the station. So
absolutely. Now, on that note, recently you were invited to Russia.
Yes.
Because of this.
Exactly.
Because of this movie, and they took interest in you, so you've become of sort. And I was reading in the papers that printed about you here, and following your writings about it, that they really took a liking, and you become a type of ambassador of sort. To really be a bridge to, could you explain more, you know, to the audience of what's going on with that relation?
Sure. If I could just share a little bit of what it was about,
Sure.
is exactly what you said. They discovered my short film called Relax, which is based on the test team from Gracie Miss Albany.
Okay.
And it was it landed a spot in the short film festival in Tula, Russia. Mikhail Kanev is the director, and he happened to be here in Boston Spa and discovered the short film. And he was also responsible. He could choose one person, and he chose me to be a part of an 8-day producers lab.
Nice. That
took place before the festival in Tula. And so I was in St. Petersburg and then Moscow over an 8-9 day period. I was one of 100 filmmakers from around the globe. I was the only American filmmaker. And so very much,
wow.
It was at that moment that you're exactly right. I felt like an ambassador. The very first day, they talked about why they can't get their movies shown in the United States and why there's so many U.S. films shown in Russia. So as a good diplomat, one of the things I'm looking to do now is to bring Russian films to the capital region. I think there's a lot that we can learn from another culture. They'll be subtitled, so we'll be able to get past that.
I think it'll be great. Maybe we'll have another Rocky shot right here in the Capital District. We'll bring back Ivan Drago, Albany style. Why not?
I kept thinking about, you know, what are some of those connections that we do have with Russia?
Yeah.
And one of them is right here in nearby. Kirk Douglas. I was reading.
Oh, sure.
His parents are Russian.
Yeah, I think they immigrated to Amsterdam.
That's where he was born.
Sure. Yeah.
So we have. And with the Albany-Tula Alliance, which has been around since Mayor Whalen and Charlotte Buchanan established it in 1991, 20 years. So I went over there with for the short film, but I knew that there was a foundation that existed. But Greg, I got to tell you, try going to a place where you don't know where you're going, don't read, don't understand the language, and don't know the currency. And don't know anybody there.
And then what did you do though? What did you do? You resorted to what? And you resorted to speaking what? Your background in French. Which I think is bonjour, au revoir. But that's good. So listen.
Out of survival mode, I did resort to some French, which was really.
Hey, don't we all at times? Yeah. but hey, listen. So do me a favor, because we got to wrap up the segment. But let people know. Give them their website to where they can find out more about what you have going on.
To follow up on everything that's happening on that project.
Everything.
They should go to Facebook, Grazing Miss Albany. 3 separate words.
Facebook, Grazing Miss Albany.
Grazing Miss Albany. You'll see the latest photos. And,
No. That's fine. I was just telling the audience. Yeah, Facebook and Grazing Miss Albany, 3 different words. And no, it's great. And it was a pleasure. I'm really glad. Thank you so much for coming in and kicking off.
We got to go?
Yeah, why? What do you got?
I got one thing for you.
Okay, what do you got? Because we got to go.
For having me.
All right, you're welcome. What do you got?
And I've got you an official Grazing Miss Albany t-shirt.
Oh, all right.
Which,
woohoo!
It's
nice.
A family feud.
It's a
faith
movement. Oh, I like
Absolutely.
that. Very
Absolutely.
cool.
And of course, a mug. So stop on down the diner, and I'll fill you up with a cup of coffee.
Thank you very much.
You
Ladies
got
and
it.
gentlemen, Mike Camoin and his film Crazy Miss Albany, which is going on all about the Capital District in Albany. Very, very good stuff. So again, for Impact on Life, I'm your host, Greg Aidala. Welcome 2012, and we'll see you soon.
Happy New Year.